Hello, and nice to meet you. I'm the Director of Player Personnel for the Cavaliers. We are strongly considering drafting you with the first pick in the upcoming draft, but we'd like to ask you a couple questions about how you'd fit in here before we take that step. First question. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
Definitely. Definitely. Look, it's clear to me that you guys have a plan. Rebuilding is a means to an end, and you need players who are going to stick it out through both the good times and the bad. If you believe in me, I believe in you and what you're trying to do here. Look, we both just want to win, right?
Okay, last question. Talk about what you have to improve on as you make the jump to the next level. We'd like to see what you think about your game as a whole.
My offensive game is still developing. I like to call it a work in progress, you know? I need to continue taking smart shots, basically take what's given to me. I think I'm coming into this league severely underrated, and I plan on using that to my advantage.
Okay, that's all I have. I love what I heard here. We would love to have you join us. We'll be in touch.
Good game tonight. GM of the Magic here. We have the second pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. I feel like we have a really solid point guard in Jameer Nelson, but I would be remiss to not look at all available options in the draft. How do you think you compare to Jameer?
I like Jameer's game a lot. I really do. Ultimately, I think I'm going to be a much better pro than he is. I've got the physicals, I've got the smarts, and I've got the killer instinct necessary to take over a game. That being said, I'm not really interested in coming to Orlando and having to fight for a starting role. I'm just a better player than that.
Interesting. Next question. The team that we've built here in Orlando was built to win it all. Unfortunately, we keep coming up short in that endeavor. Obviously, it's difficult to predict the future, but I expect to see a fair amount of turnover as we work towards retooling the roster for another run. How comfortable would you feel coming into a situation where the roster is in a state of flux?
So it sounds to me like you guys are thinking about starting over again. If that's truly your intention, I'm not really interested in being part of a rebuilding project. I've only got so much time in this league, and I don't have any intentions of throwing away years from my career. It's nothing personal against you or the organization, but I'm just not interested in coming to Orlando. I'm sorry.
Thanks for answering our questions. I don't know that we're a fit for you at this time. We'll need to discuss internally. I'll be in touch.
Greetings. I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Washington Wizards. We have the third pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. Now, obviously, you play at arguably our strongest position in point guard. John Wall is our centerpiece, and who we're building this team around. Right now, our focus is to add talent and depth around him and see how far he can take us. Would you be comfortable not being the focus of a team, as we already have a franchise cornerstone?
That's not me, man. That's just not me. I've never taken a backseat in my life, and I certainly can't start doing that now. John Wall is great and all, but I don't want to be anyone's sidekick. It's just not my style, man. Good luck to you in DC, but I just can't be a part of it.
Next question. This question is more about how you feel about what we're doing here in Washington. We're a young and upcoming team that is gathering youth to make us more competitive. It's going to be a difficult process, and we can't expect to be a contender in year one. Are you prepared to deal with the highs and lows of an up-and-coming team?
Man, I'm ready to step right into this league and shine. And I feel like the roster you've assembled here needs a few more years in the can before it's ready to make some noise. NBA stars only have a shelf life of so long, and I don't want to waste any of it in DC waiting for the shit to turn around, you know?
Well, I can see that we are not a match, unfortunately. Good luck to you on draft night.
Good evening and welcome to the 2013 NBA Draft. Tonight marks the realization of a dream for some of the best young players in the world, a reward for their many years of dedication and hard work. It's also a time of extraordinary hope and excitement for our fans and our teams. I know the young men hoping to hear their names called tonight just can't wait to join the NBA family. So let's get started. With the first pick in the 2013 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select the 20-year-old point guard from the University of Connecticut,